So hey anime fans, the series name is What If Naruto Banished and Have Power of Sasuke. So let's start the series. The Valley of the Quit, a warfare field named after the conflict among Madara Uchiha and the primary Hokage of Konoha. Now it is the struggle subject between two genin stage ninja Sasuke Uchiha and Naruto Uzumaki. They were fighting for hours, either one giving up. The winner of this fight could decide the destiny of Sasuke, who desires to go to Orochimaru of the Sannin to acquire electricity to kill his brother Itachi, who had killed the entire Uchiha clan. Naruto and Sasuke panted heavily, looking to catch their breath. Naruto, why do you continue to stand in my manner? Orochimaru is my simplest price tag to electricity. I ought to get stranger to kill Itachi. I won't allow you to cross, Sasuke. Orochimaru's simplest wants to take over your body so he can obtain the Sharingan. Naruto shouted, I don't care, as long as I get the strength I want I will do something. Sasuke's remedy mark started to grow and cover his body. His hair grew longer and darker and hand-like wings formed on his back. This seems awful. Hey Kyuubi, lend me a number of your chakra. Naruto thought, looking to speak with the fox demon sealed in him. You may want more than simply a few kit. You will need at least one tail of my power. Naruto abruptly felt energy surging through him. The fox's crimson chakra covered his frame till it resembled a fox itself with one tail. Naruto's hair had become wilder, he grew fangs, and his nails grew and sharpened. His eyes were pink with slits. Okay, Naruto, permits make a deal. Naruto raised his eyebrow. What kind of deal? We can use one closing assault and put the whole thing into them. If you may overpower me, I'll pass lower back to Konoha and by no means go away again. I will even surrender on killing my brother for now, Sasuke said. Naruto simply nodded. Without hand signs, Sasuke formed a Chidori in his left hand, and Naruto shaped a Rasengan in his right. They then leaped into the air closer to every other. Naruto Seisoki. The two attacks collided with every different and sent a pulse at some stage in the place. In the intervening time it regarded that they had been evenly matched till Sasuke started out getting the top hand. Naruto was dropping consciousness speedy. Turned into he going to lose his pleasant buddy to that snake Orochimaru? He then noticed a little image of them as kids maintaining out their arms to keep. Naruto abruptly got a massive burst of power, and became enveloped by way of a golden light. You may literally see the brand new golden strength flaring from his frame. Yaaaa! Naruto pushed with all his might together with his newfound electricity, canceling Sasuke's Chidori, and dispatched him soaring into the rocky wall near the waterfall. Naruto calmed down and the strength dispersed. Kyuubi, what was that simply now? Naruto asked, inspecting himself. I do not know, package, but I have in no way felt power like that due to the fact that your fourth Hokage fought me 12 years ago, Kyuubi stated. The fourth Hokage had this power too? And Naruto, Sasuke grunted. Sasuke. Naruto quickly ran as much as his friend. Are you very well? Well, in spite of the truth I used to be sent hurtling into a wall made of rocks. I am doing simply excellent, Sasuke grunted satirically. At that moment Kakashi Hatake, Naruto and Sasuke's sensei, arrived on the scene with Pakken with the aid of his facet. Kakashi had a surprised appearance on his face when he saw Sasuke. What passed off here? Kakashi requested. Kakashi-sensei, I did it. I received. Sasuke can go back to the village now, Naruto stated with a grin on his face. Kakashi's face softened and he smiled below his mask. You probably did an awesome task, Naruto. I'm pleased with you. Sasuke cleared his throat to get their attention. If you forgot, I'm injured and require a medical institution, Sasuke said, right? Come on, let's get you returned to the village, Kakashi stated whilst he leaned over and collected Sasuke up and out him on his return. Naruto, are you able to stroll? I might also need a bit aid, Naruto said as he grabbed a hold of Kakashi's Jounin vest. Then they made their manner lower back to Konoha. At the village gates Sakura became watching for any sign of Naruto or Kakashi, who stated that he might convey them each returned. Shikamaru, Neji, Kiba, Choji, Lee, and the Sand siblings returned to the village, and Naruto, Sasuke, and Kakashi have not returned yet. She turning into involved. They were long past, far longer than the rest of the retrieval crew. Then, she noticed something inside the distance. The object got here closer till she should make out what it became. Her eyes widened as she noticed it changed into Kakashi with Naruto limping beside him and Sasuke on his lower back. He did it. He'd brought Sasuke again to Konoha. To me, Sakura thought. She ran as much as them tackle-hugged Naruto. Despite the fact that he was vulnerable from the combat, he turned into strong sufficient to stay status. Naruto became amazed that Sakura turned into hugging him at all. You delivered, Sasuke returned. I'm so happy, Naruto. Thanks. Thank you a lot, Sakura stated. Tears of pleasure ran down her face. She launched Naruto and turned to Kakashi. Is he going to be okay? She asked. Don't worry. He will be lower back to his old self right away. He just wishes sleep and we want to get both him and Naruto to the health facility, Kakashi said. 2 hours after Kakashi returned, each Naruto and Sasuke, the council individuals, Koharu Yudatane and Hamura Midokado accumulated in Tsunade's office, on the grounds that they knew how Naruto stopped Sasuke from leaving and joining Orochimaru. They got here to a conclusion on a way to cope with it, and Tsunade turned into no longer pleased. What? You'll punish Naruto for preventing the Uchiha from joining Orochimaru, she yelled. Tsunade, we aren't punishing him, Hamura said. We felt the energy coming from Naruto from all the manner here. Now not best did we feel the Kyuubi's chakra, but we felt the energy from Naruto that would rival its own. In reality, come to consider it, I diagnosed that energy from the fourth Hokage, Koharu stated. How is it that Naruto has that power as well? Anyhow, if he let that a whole lot energy leak from the seal, he would possibly lose control, and then the fox demon will run amok again and end what it began years ago, Hamura stated. We are doing this for the safety of Konoha, and the boy. There's no telling what would possibly take place to Naruto if the villagers knew what befell, Koharu said. Tsunade still didn't appear any happier. The ones two had hired discover a better motive to persuade her earlier than she hangs them on her mantle, Koharu sighed. Look, Tsunade, we're not doing this because we're in opposition to the boy. We have clearly grown to respect him, as has the extended family head individuals. We simply cannot threat the safety of the village. Tsunade sighed, gazing her desk. You said banishment was the most secure manner? Of course, even we don't want to peer the boy achieved, Koharu said. Within the hospital, Sasuke changed into staring out the window with the aid of his mattress, looking the rain. He changed into in deep concept about how a good deal of his existence he wasted for revenge for a clan that turned into long gone. He wanted, if he should turn again time, he would and find out why Itachi massacred their complete family. He will admit that their father wasn't the nicest of humans. However, Itachi may want to have as a minimum allowed their mom live, so he may want to have a few family left. His mind have been interrupted by a knocking on his door. Are available, he stated. The door opened to expose Sakura with a small bouquet of plant life. Hiya, Sasuke. Sakura, what are you doing right here? I concept you'll be traveling Naruto. I'll see him on my way out, she said, pulling up a chair next to his mattress after putting the plants in a vase on the table. How are you feeling? I'm still sore. However, other than that, I'm satisfactory. I am glad you are lower back, Sasuke. You do not know how satisfied I am. Why might you glad I am returned? In the end I'd put you through. On every occasion you tried to speak to me, I might push you away. I rejected you whenever you attempted asking me on a date. I could not even guard you while I was fighting Gaara. Sasuke, I do not deserve your presence, Sakura. I do not deserve your smile, your love. No longer. Even Sasuke became his head toward her and turned into silence by using her lips pressed towards his. He turned into taken aback. However, some seconds after, his face softened and he lowered back the kiss, even as wrapping his palms round her waist. Sakura snaked her fingers round his neck, unknown to them. Ino Yamanaka turned into outside the room, watching the scene before her. Way to head, brow, she said with a grin. Oh, Shikamaru, for the reason that he wasn't absolutely injured. Become with Naruto going over the retrieval task. Why are not you caught in the medical institution just like the relaxation people? Naruto asked. I best were given a damaged finger throughout the mission, so I don't must be on this tough hospital guy. Everyone became almost killed in this venture, but you come out with only a damaged finger. That's simply incorrect. Suddenly, there was a knock on Naruto's door and Tsunade entered. Howdy, Grandma Tsunade. What are you doing right here? Naruto requested, but then he saw a sad look on her face. Why do you look sad? Naruto, the council is aware of how you defeated Sasuke, and for the sake of the village's safety, they have come to the realization that you are to be banished from the village, Tsunade stated together with her head down. Naruto's eyes widened. the council become banishing him for the usage of the Kyuubi's electricity, and an unknown strength he just observed out approximately? Even Shikamaru became stunned at this facts. What? Why are they doing this? I delivered back Sasuke. Sure, I used Kyuubi's chakra, but that changed into the best way I used to be going to win considering he had his curse mark activated. Naruto yelled, Naruto, they do not love it any more than you. You've sincerely gained their admire, Tsunade stated. Also, I found this letter that is addressed to you while I used to be seeking out my secret stash of sake. It's from the 4th Hokage. The 4th left a letter for me? Naruto requested, greatly surprised. Shikamaru, I'm afraid I'm going to need to ask you to leave, Tsunade said. Oh, okay. Shikamaru got up and left the room. Once Shikamaru became out the door, Tsunade surpassed Naruto the letter. He opened it and studied. Naruto, if you're studying this, then meaning that it is time you knew who your mother and father are. I desire I used to be still with you two at the present time. Your mom and I each with we had been there with you. Sure, Naruto, your Kushina Uzumaki and I, Minato Namikaze, the day the Kyuubi attacked. I could not ask every other parent to use their baby, so I used you to be the Kyuubi's jailer. I wanted you to the one to hold this village secure from the Kyuubi. I wanted the village to peer you as a hero. Naruto becomes speechless. His personal father was the 4th Hokage. He was also the motive the villagers hated his guts. He didn't realize whether to happy he eventually knew who his dad and mom are, or to be irritated for his father to do this to him. He then continued to study more of the letter. Additionally, Naruto, there's one closing piece of information you need to realize. Out inside the universe, in every other galaxy, there is a planet known as Vegeta, which was your mother and I's authentic domestic. Planet Vegeta is the home of one of the strongest warrior species inside the universe, the Saiyans. As a baby I used to be sent out to at first spoil this planet. However, the dad and mom that raised me here changed that. They took care of me till I went into the ninja academy to come to be a ninja because I wanted to defend them. Additionally, one more crucial information. Saiyans are born with tails. It's the primary source to our energy, and it gives us the potential to convert into an extremely good ape during a complete moon. Naruto turned into quiet for a 2D. Yeah, for a second. I used to be wondering what the hell this issue turned into for. Naruto then pulled out a tail out from his pants which shocked the hell out of Tsunade, who jumped again. Holy crap. And Naruto, you've got a tail. She then walked up to him and grabbed his tail. He yelped and felt his strength draining. Please, Grandma, stop. Allow go of my tail. I abruptly sensed so susceptible, he stated as he slumped a bit. She quick released his tail and apologized. Naruto then studied every other sentence that became truly in formidable print. Unluckily, it is also our main weakness. Naruto's eye twitched. Now he tells me. After he regained his energy, he persevered analyzing. For years once I graduated from the academy and changed into now Chunin. I met your mom. She changed into beautiful. She become attacked by IWA ninja. I was about to help her when she discovered her tail and demolished them. For the reason that she had a tail, so I knew she was much like me. After I asked her about herself, she said she turned into planet Vegeta and became sent right here to finish the job that the useless little runt from 17 years in the past failed to accomplish. While she saw my tail, she figured that I used to be that runt and saved asking me why I didn't accomplish my mission. I advised her that I had human beings here I wanted to guard. At the start she did not apprehend why I desired to protect these people until later when she saw humans actually appreciating my presence. Some years passed, and we got here to fall in love. Well, I must move now, Naruto. Underneath the Namikaze compound, there lies the deliver I arrived to this international. In a spiral galaxy in the northern quadrant of the universe there is a planet called Earth like ours. Use the deliver to move and find every other Saiyan that became said to be sent to that planet. His name is Kakarot. And if that planet isn't already destroyed, ask him to train you inside the methods of the Saiyan, the entirety on your arms, and take into account, Naruto. No matter what takes place, your mother and I are proud of you and we're going to constantly love you. We hope with the intention to develop up robust. Tears started out to well up in Naruto's eyes. Tsunade walked over and pulled Naruto into a hug. The council is providing you with 2 weeks to get everything you need ready. Use this time to spend as a good deal time together with your friends as an awful lot as you may, she stated with a relaxing voice. Oh, in those 2 weeks. Naruto instructed the rookie 12 about the council's banishment of him. This piece of records failed to pass properly with anybody, Despite the fact that Shikamaru heard this already, it still pissed him off. As tough because it became, Sasuke blamed himself for the council's decision, but Naruto failed to blame him. Naruto spent the 2 weeks with the Rookie 12, with Team 8. Naruto spared with Kiba. Shino helped Naruto with controlling himself via meditating, and Naruto hung out with Hinata, even though it became too late. Hinata subsequently admitted she emotions for Naruto, but didn't have emotions for Hinata like she did him due to the fact he did love her but like she became his sister. She became happy that she did have his love even though it turned into of cohesion, with Crew 9. Naruto spared with Neji and Lee to improve his taijutsu, and Tenten helped Naruto with the use of guns with better accuracy, with Team 10. Naruto and Shikamaru watched the clouds and remembered times once they have been kids and they would sneak out of class at the side of Choji and Kiba to play and hold out until Irika need to search for them. Ino took Naruto searching for a few new garments, an awful lot to Naruto's disliking. What did human beings have towards the color orange besides? Naruto and Choji had a ramen eating contest which resulted in a draw and that they needed to spend the relaxation of the day in the clinic due to ulcers, along with his crew. They absolutely simply remembered their time as a crew and all of the adventures and missions that they had. Naruto even frolicked with Irika and one closing bowl of ramen together. Jiraiya heard of what the council said and wasn't thrilled either. Naruto, Tsunade, and Jiraiya discovered the Namikaze compound and also observed a secret front that led to Minato's space pod. Oh, the last day of the 2 weeks arrived. Naruto became at the village gates with the distance pod ready for launch. He had a dozen garage scrolls with the brand new clothes Ino compelled him to shop for and meals to closing him for years. And of direction he had to have his ramen, particularly Ichiraku's, in a single of those scrolls. Naruto knew he couldn't continue to exist handiest on ramen by myself. All of the groups and their senseis were there to look him off, as well as the Sand siblings, Tsunade, Jiraiya, Shizen, and Irika have been there too. All the men both gave Naruto a handshake or a pat at the shoulder, and the girls gave him a hug. Hinata gave him a hug, but additionally a kiss on the cheek. Lee then shouted out, "Naruto, make certain your flames of kids do now not lessen." To procure it, furry forehead, Naruto said, giving him a thumbs up. Naruto then became to Kiba, "Good day. If I hear what you made Hinata cry or harm her in any way, I'll locate a few manner to kick your ass. I will be preserving in contact, so I will recognize if something happens." Kiba smirked, "Idiot. What makes you think Hinata and I'm able to ever get collectively in any respect?" "I don't, however you in no way recognize what the future holds," Naruto said with a shrug. Hinata then blushed and Kiba simply scratched the back of his head. Naruto then became to Sasuke, "Hello. Live both of our dreams, Sasuke. Grow to be Hokage at the same time as schooling to kill Itachi. Don't take the clean path. You want to paintings to attain your desires." Sasuke smiled and walked as much as Naruto and shook his hand again, and then they pulled each other into a man hug. "You can anticipate me, bro," Sasuke stated. After that, he were given a hug from a crying Shizen and Tsunade. Jiraiya simply ruffled the children's hair and wished him good fortune, and Irika embraced the boy in a hug before he entered the Gap pod. He put on a scouter that belonged to his mom, who had constructed this one herself. It made tune any strength signature irrespective of how away is the distance of the target. He already read the instructions on how to work the issue and put inside the goal's name. After getting a particular location marked, he typed within the location into the pod's database. Naruto waved 6K44B5BB0A8 Deck 53158A4CCFBC for one last time earlier than the pod door closed, and the rocket boosters began up. The now rookie 11 waved 6K44B5BB0A8 Deck 53158A4CCFBC as the space pod took off in a sudden burst of pace, and in mere seconds the pod left the Earth's environment. Naruto watched, because the Earth most effective were given smaller from his point of view inside. "I certain am going to miss them. I understand, package, but you can nevertheless keep up a correspondence with them. So it may not be like you know the way they are." "Yeah, I understand, Kit. I'm going. That will help you teach. That energy of yours seems that it could decrease absolutely, so I will assist you with that." "You suggest this is not how I usually appearance?" "It seems that manner. Also, I'm going. That will help you to try to control that transformation the fourth cited. He stated you may rework right into a high-quality ape or something. I am positive you do not want to move on a rampage for the duration of a complete moon, do you?" of direction I do not. That planet will probably be my new home, and I do not need to wreck it if that occurs. Then allow the training begin. And so commenced Naruto's journey to discover this mysterious cockroach in any other global. Will Naruto manage to find him? And the way will the result of Naruto's schooling with Kyuubi spread? Discover inside the bankruptcy of Naruto Z. 5 years had exceeded considering that Naruto left his vintage domestic on the planet on the lookout for this cockroach. His father stated in his letter. Cockroach appeared to be on every other planet inside the northern quadrant of the universe, residing his existence on another planet called Earth in a spiral galaxy. Naruto was proper to his phrase and kept in contact together with his pals. A lot passed off within the beyond 5 years. Sasuke and Sakura were relationship, and Sasuke changed into in line to be the following Hokage. Ino and Choji were relationship, pretty. How this took place seemingly all through an A-rank project. Choji stored her from enemy ninja which precipitated her to fall for him. Mockingly, Kiba and Hinata started out dating weeks after Naruto left. Neji have become the new Hyuga clan head and had the cage-shook seal removed from the branch circle of relatives and himself. Sasuke in the end got his revenge on his brother. While the Akatsuki found out of Naruto's banishment, they sent Itachi and Kisame to search for him. They stumbled upon Sasuke's team on a challenge and decided to get solutions. Sasuke's group consisted of Sasuke, Sakura, Kakashi, and Sai, who was once a root member. Even with his talented professional, Itachi met his cease towards Sasuke and Sakura. Kisame met his cease with Kakashi's lightning blade to the heart. Even with 2 powerful individuals of Akatsuki left, they have not given up their hunt for the Jinchuriki guy. Things certain have changed through the years. Each person appears so happy. The now 18-year vintage boy stated, I recognize. When we discover this cockroach, we want to find you a lady package. Kyuubi snickered, Nah, I'm now not going to look for everybody quite yet. I want to know greater approximately the Saiyan arts, and ideal it earlier than any of that. You already mastered your wonderful ape transformation and you could control your 2D source of power, yeah. But now I can't get admission to that strength for some reason ever in view that we had been capable of find out it. Flashback 4 weeks after Naruto left Earth, Naruto was in deep concept on how he changed into going to manipulate the terrific ape transformation. Kyuubi said they had been going to educate to manipulate it, but how have been they going to do it? There has been a full moon that week, so they determined to try. They determined a remote planet that the scanner inside the pod said that there was no life, and educated there. It turned into a lovely planet with plenty of flowers. There has been now not a human in sight, no longer even any buildings of any kind. This looks like an amazing vicinity to perform a little schooling, Naruto said as he turned into status out of doors his pod. He stretched and took a deep breath of the planet's clean air. It was nonetheless daylight, it appeared, so that they had some time. Kit, since the sun may not set for a few hours, let's try to paintings on that secondary energy of yours certain. I wonder what's going to take place when we discover it, Naruto said as he sat on the ground, closed his eyes and began to meditate. Oh, in Naruto's thoughts. He determined himself in the front of the Kyuubi sealed cage. Whilst he approached the cage, he thought he could see the fox. However, alternatively he saw a girl in her mid-20s with purple hair, crimson eyes with slits. She turned into carrying a red kimono shirt with flame designs, and pink shorts. She smirked at the boy's pressured reaction. So, what do you believe you studied? She requested. I'm sorry, however, do I recognize you? Oh, come on, Kit, you've got most effective been right here once and also you do not realize who I am? She faux pouted, giving him a harm expression. Why you cannot be okay, Kyuubi, can you? Naruto stuttered. Bingo, deliver the child a prize. Sure, I the high quality and powerful Kyuubi no Kitsune, am a female, stunning isn't always it? I always idea of you as male. This changes matters a piece, Naruto said. Yeah, you and all of us in that village you were banished from, Kyuubi stated in a bored tone, choosing at the inside of her ear. Nicely, we need to get to looking for that secondary energy. But how will you be able to pass round in my head whilst that seal prevents you to do so? Simply, think up a one-of-a-kind area for this area and make it to where the seal is on me by some means. It is that easy, Kyuubi stated. Naruto did simply that. He closed his eyes and the place changed into a meadow with luscious inexperienced grass and a sakura tree on a small hill. Kyuubi determined a collar around her neck and a tag with the seal on it. Nicely. It's higher than being interior a cage, Kyuubi said, stretching out her muscular tissues and searching around her new environment. Properly. permits get started out on finding that secondary strength. For hours non-stop, they appeared around Naruto's mindscape trying to find anything that seemed unusual, and found not anything. However, doors to Naruto's thoughts and recollections he'd as a substitute keep locked away. Guy, we've got looked anywhere, and we haven't located something that we have not visible before, and that is your head. You would think there'd be something unusual, Kyubi stated. Yeah, hiya. Naruto yelled, aggravated at that comment. Kyubi became then in deep idea. Perhaps we are not searching within the vicinity. Whilst you felt that energy, where exactly did you sense it? Nicely. I felt it come from deep inside myself when I used to be combating Sasuke. Deep within, that is it. What's it? Naruto asked. You said you felt it from deep within yourself? We're no longer intended to test your mind. We are intended to test within your soul. My soul? Naruto requested, stressed, despite the fact that, I'm afraid that you're going to have to make that journey alone. I cannot move farther than your thoughts, Kit. This will require extreme meditation to go into one's soul. Naruto nodded and left his mindscape. Oh, Naruto opened his eyes and took a deep breath to calm himself more. Okay, here we go. Naruto closed his eyes over again time and concentrated. The sound round him ceased. Then his environment vanished as he traveled into the depths of his very soul. He opened his eyes once again and was blinded with the aid of a golden mild. He kept his eyes shielded with his arms until his eyes adjusted enough for him to peer. Hey Kyubi, can you pay attention me? I guess now not. Nicely, I discovered it. There inside the middle of his own soul, Naruto turned into staring at a gold ball of power as bright because the solar itself. Properly. Let's see if something happens, he stated. He then dashed toward the gold ball and dove. The instant his fingers touched it, the ball shone even brighter and gave off an effective pulse of energy, sending Naruto flying again into fact. Oh, Naruto felt the electricity pulse and launched into the air approximately 6 feet and then landed on his head. Ow! Damn it! Naruto shouted in ache from the touchdown. Package, are you okay? Why yeah, and what? Even though I do not know what precisely passed off, I found it. However, now I feel so weak for some reason, Naruto said as he flexed his muscle tissue, which now felt like jelly. You feel special. Nicely, you without a doubt look exceptional. Take a look at your mirrored image, Kyubi stated. Naruto looked around until he noticed a lake close by and Speedy ran over. He checked out his mirrored image and turned into flabbergasted at what he noticed. Naruto's hair wasn't blonde anymore. Now he had black hair, and his eyes became black as nicely. His hair wasn't as spiky and wild as closing time. Whoa, it really is weird. I constantly thought I was clearly blonde. However, I bet that is the actual me, Naruto said, nonetheless a bit dazed. He then seemed round and observed it become darkish. The sun ought to have set some time ago. Then he observed the entire moon in the sky. Wow, the moon seems lots closer here than at home. I've to say that it looks very dash. Something all of a sudden snaps internal Naruto and his frame tensed up. Kyubi felt the identical factor and got a bit involved. Kid, are you okay? Kid? Package? Naruto's eyes went blank, his body began to twitch, and his muscle mass began to grow and rip his clothes, and released an animalistic growl. In Naruto's mindscape, an image of Naruto stood in front of Kyubi. Present processed the identical component. She was honestly involved for the kid now. Package, what's incorrect? What is taking place to you? She then seen through the real Naruto's eyes and saw the overall moon. Oh crap. Naruto endured to transform until he started out taking on ape-like functions and endured to develop. His clothes have been absolutely shredded and flew with the wind. Brown fur protected his whole body and his eyes became purple. The transformation was whole, and there stood a 5-story high first-rate ape that unleashed a terrifying roar even as beating its chest. In Naruto's mindscape, Kyubi become genuinely felt something she hadn't felt in a millennium. Fear. She stared on the creature in front of her and shuddered on the substantial electricity it became giving off. This monster had sufficient electricity to suit her personal. The terrific ape appeared down at her and roared. It then drew its fists up and smashed them onto the floor. Kyubi dodged just in time, for if she didn't, she could have been as flat as a pancake. That became close. Looks as if I haven't any preference but to combat, she said. Then she transformed into her fox form to even the chances. All right, you overgrown monkey. Let's have a look at what you got. When you consider that they have been in Naruto's thoughts, and it trusted Naruto's emotions. The sky grew to become crimson as the wonderful ape dashed towards Kyuubi with enormously superb speed. Kyuubi was quicker, however, and he or she moved to the side before the ape's fists may want to touch her, and she tackled the ape and bit into its shoulder. The ape roared in pain and punched Kyuubi within the head. She permit cross, but she by no means stopped her assault. She turned into biting and scratching the ape together with her claws while the ape became punching and kicking. Then, to forestall Kyuubi's barrage of assaults, the ape wrapped its arms round her and rolled over a couple of times before tossing her a few feet away. The extraordinary ape rose to its feet and roared again while beating its chest. Meanwhile, whilst that turned into going on, in the actual international the fantastic ape / Naruto became smashing its fists into the floor, developing craters, smashing big rocks and tossing boulders. It opened its mouth and blasted a purple beam and destroyed a portion of his environment. Returned within the mindscape. The battle among Kyuubi and the brilliant ape persevered. Kyuubi kept dodging punch after punch, and whilst she found an opening she used her tails to brush the ape off its FT, making it land on its again. Kyuubi persisted her biting and clawing until the ape opened its mouth and released a purple beam and it grazed her shoulder. She leaped again and sneered in pain as her saw blood seeping down her arm. That is getting ridiculous. I've been fighting this monkey for hours and it doesn't appear to be it's going down whenever soon. She watched because the excellent ape rose to its FT once more. She became exhausted. She could not combat anymore. She has never fought an opponent quite like this. There must be a way to slow it down. Wait. She knew how to win now. His tail. His tail is the supply of his electricity. If I'm able to put off his tail in right here, perhaps he'll have more manipulate outdoor. The top-notch ape roared once again and charged at Kyuubi. All proper, this has to work, it's now or never. The extraordinary ape threw a punch but Kyuubi dodged to the right and tripped the ape with her tails, inflicting it to fall flat on its face. She spotted the ape's tail and clamped her jaws and ripped it proper off its frame. The ape roared in natural soreness. After a couple of minutes, the wonderful ape exceeded out and began to decrease. Kyuubi sighed in alleviation as the ape reverted back into Naruto and vanished. Oh, the remarkable ape / Naruto lifted a boulder and turned into ready to make waste of it, till something in him snapped once more. He iced over and the scholars in his eyes returned. He dropped the boulder and grabbed his head due to a headache. Naruto seemed to have gained manipulate, by some means, what passed off. What's taking place? His voice became deep and croaky. Kit, are you all right? Yeah, but what came about Tiomi? Naruto said even as inspecting himself. That is apparently the fantastic ape transformation, the internal concept form of yourself transformed as nicely. I remembered that your tail was your essential source in your energy. So if you lose your tail you lose the capacity to convert, and you lose a hell of a whole lot of energy. Your idea shape misplaced its tail due to me and turned lower back to normal, which in all likelihood become the reason you won manage. I additionally felt anger and hatred generating from it. So you will need to meditate to preserve your anger under manage. Naruto regarded around, after which his ape arms. I did all this damage? It is why we'll be training you on this shape while there is a full moon. Kit, quit a flashback for 5 years, each complete moon, they would forestall on a planet and teach to control the transformation. When the full moon turned into long past, and that they persevered their journey to Earth, Naruto would meditate to hold his emotions and take a look at. That wasn't the simplest aspect they trained on. Kyuubi turned into also education Naruto to apply her chakra as a 2D source of strength due to the fact that he could not unleash his golden electricity. Well, all I were given to mention is all that training paid off, Naruto stated. All of a sudden the monitor began beeping. Naruto seamed out his pod window and smiled nicely. We observed our vacation spot, Earth. After 5 years of traveling, Naruto has subsequently arrived at his vacation spot. What new adventures anticipate our hero in this new world? Discover on the next chapter of Naruto Z, the planet Earth. A planet of majestic mountains, big inexperienced forests, grass-crammed plains, and domestic to billions of humans. 5 years had surpassed considering Goku and his buddies thwarted King Piccolo's plans of global domination. Way to their heroic efforts, it became an area of peace and rebuilding for the citizens of Earth. But unknown to them, an invader from another global turned into entering the ecosystem of their liked home. Naruto was trying to sluggish the pod to an affordable pace for landing, but the gravity of the planet became too awesome. Guy, If I don't find a way to slow down the landing is going to be pretty difficult. To make topics worse, the pod changed into engulfed through flames because of the rate. Just outstanding, now I'm being roasted alive and I have not even been here 5 minutes. How should this likely worsen? Naruto stated, whipping sweat from his forehead. Unexpectedly the ship started to spiral. Damn it. Oh, down. Under. A farmer changed into loading hay into his truck. He changed into tired, so he decided to sit at the ground via his truck and fanned himself. This job is harder than I notion, he stated. He then regarded up due to the fact he heard something in the sky. He then noticed an item zoom overhead at fast velocity. Naruto's pod. Damn jet engines, he grumbled. Oh, in a mountainous place. Goku and his wife Chi-Chi stay in his grandfather's domestic with their 4-year-old son Gohan. Goku and Chi-Chi named their son after his grandfather in his reminiscence. Chi-Chi turned into very shielding of Gohan. Even though he turned into the son of one of the most powerful combatants on the planet, she failed to want her son to be a fighter like his father. She desired Gohan to be a regular infant. Any other issue approximately Gohan become that he had a tail. Goku explained that he had a tail whilst he become a child. However, Chi-Chi nevertheless did not find it irresistible. How became he going to be a regular boy if he had a tail? Gohan also had a horrific habit of wandering off. That's what befell that day, and Chi-Chi could not discover him everywhere. Within the mountainous region lied a wooded area, and Goku turned into jumping through the trees. He then landed in front of a selected tree that appeared to be 15 toes in diameter and 1 story tall. This one have to do, Goku said. He readied himself and with a semi-robust jab the tree went tumbling down. Back at the house Chi-Chi appeared anywhere, and he or she still couldn't discover Gohan. Oh, in which did he run off to? She then noticed Goku dragging the tree. He toppled over and smiled in enjoyment. You think you acquire sufficient fireplace wood in Goku? Yeah, this need to closing us a while, don't you observed? Goku said as he dropped the tree beside the house. I swear you'll harm yourself one among these days doing that. Ah, nice. In which Gohan? I don't know, he's nowhere around the residence. He can also have wandered off into the forest. Chi-Chi stated, getting worried about their son getting hurt or worse. Don't worry, Chi-Chi. I will locate him. He couldn't have wandered off too far, Goku stated as he returned into the woods to look for Gohan. Oh, meanwhile with Naruto spiraling out of manipulate area pod. I'm going to die. I am going to die. Naruto shouted in a panic. I'm going to throw up, after which I'm going to die. The pod changed into nearing the mountainous vicinity. Down below, little 12-month-old Gohan turned into taking walks through the wooded area crying. In case you've watched the very first episode of DBZ, you have to recognize how he is dressed and the entirety. I need my daddy. I need to head domestic, he yelled on the pinnacle of his lungs, calling for his daddy but got no response. He persevered to cry and walked up to a large tree stump and sat. The tears stopped, but once he observed a butterfly and luckily chased after it. Wait, Mr. Butterfly, I am not going to hurt you, I just need to observe you, he laughed. Gohan then stopped in his tracks. The earth started out to quiver. He heard what gave the impression of an aircraft, and appeared to the sky. He noticed a fiery object plummeting towards his precise area, panicked, and ran as rapid as he could to avoid impact with the item. Inside the pod, Naruto braced for impact. This is going to be a bumpy landing. The pod smashed into the floor and skid alongside it, leaving a path of destruction of destroyed timber and overwhelmed rocks. Gohan started. From a bush he dove into, in amazement on the object that fell from the sky. His curiosity rose and he slowly tiptoed as much as the object. As soon as in the front of it, he observed it was fabricated from metal. What become this odd round item? The entrance of the pod slowly opened. Gohan yelped and jumped lower back into the timber. The pod opened and Naruto crawled out and toppled over onto his returned. Man, happy it truly is finally over. Of all of the planets I have crash-landed on, this become the worst, he grumbled. He simply lied there with swirls in his eyes. Gohan poked his head out and tested the stranger. Naruto regained his senses and said, I know you are there. I will not hurt you. I are available peace. Although I almost came in portions. Gohan giggled at that and crawled out from the bush. Naruto were given up and examined his deliver. Yep, this issue is past repair. Properly, it is no longer like I have anywhere else to head, in spite of everything. The man or woman I'm searching out is here on planet Earth. Naruto said. Gohan walked as much as Naruto. Howdy, mister, is that a spaceship? Yep, and it's broken. This component isn't going to fly whenever quickly. Wow, so that would make you an alien, Gohan said amazed. Yeah, I wager that would, Naruto said scratching the back of his neck. Naruto then observed Gohan's tail and turned into awestruck. Whoa, you've got a tail. Gohan looked at his now flickering tail. Yeah, I used to be born with it. He then held his head down ashamed. You must think I am a freak now. What? No, of path not. I've a tail too, see? Naruto flickered his tail that changed into wrapped around his waist. Gohan's eyes widened. Wow, you have a tail much like me. And it is the same as mine too. If he has a tail like me, then that would make him a Saiyan too. Maybe this youngster is Kakaroto's youngster, Naruto thought. Nicely. There is most effective one manner to discover, Kyuubi stated. Naruto activated his scouter searching round. It picked up a high-energy stage heading in their course. That ought to be Kakaroto coming this way. Well, my seek may not be all that difficult it seems. Wait, why am I searching at the sky? Goku changed into a top of a yellow cloud gliding, searching down over the wooded area hoping to find his son. He then noticed the destruction formed the explosion he heard in advance and two figures. He at once diagnosed the quick one being his son and fast descended. But who become the alternative figure together with his son? Gohan, Goku referred to as he drew closer. Gohan seemed up and smiled fortuitously. Hiya, it is my daddy. Goku leaped off the yellow cloud and landed among Gohan and Naruto. Goku became then hugged with the aid of his son, Daddy. Goku picked Gohan up into his hands. There you're, Gohan. I have been looking anywhere for you. Your mother changed into very involved approximately you, Goku stated. Naruto activated his scouter all over again and discovered the facts on the person. No question approximately it. That is Kakaroto, okay. But wait, why does not he have a tail like his son? It can be possible he misplaced it in some unspecified time in the future in his lifestyles, Kyuubi stated. It is viable. Well, I am simply happy I found him. Now it is time for introductions, so, you ought to be Kakaroto. My call is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, and I've traveled far which will educate me, Naruto stated. Goku turned to stand Naruto and looked at him questioningly. Kakaroto? Sorry, however, my name is Goku. I do not know anybody with the aid of that call, simply. It is humorous. My scouter is identifying you as Kakaroto, Naruto stated, a chunk pressured. Well, sorry, approximately that. Wait, you stated you traveled right here to satisfy me? What do you mean through that? Goku asked. Well, you see this pod beside me? This is what I used to get right here. It's a pod that transported me from my domestic planet to this one. It took me 5 years to in the end arrive right here on this planet. I am from the eastern quadrant of the universe. My home planet turned into known as Earth as properly. I don't know what takes place on the Earth. However, my planet is inhabited with the aid of ninja. We've normal lives like spending time with our family and buddies. But whilst the time requires that we pass on missions at different villages or the humans in our very own village request. Every ninja lives in a hidden village. This is part of the 5 first-rate international locations of fireplace, earth, wind, water, and lightning. All and sundry in their village is treated with appreciate, nicely all but sure human beings. They may be known as Jinchuriki, a demon box. There are a total of 9 demons and each has a sure quantity of tails that determine their power. Naruto's face saddened. 18 years ago, a 9-tailed fox attacked my village. The fox turned into too effective to kill, so the most effective manner to store the village turned into to seal the fox away. The 4th Hokage, the leader of our village, sealed her internal his newborn child. Me, it turned into Goku's turn to sadden. What father could try this to their own son? It turned into his intention for me to be seen as a hero in my village, but his wish was in no way found out. The villagers in no way noticed me as a hero or even human. They most effective noticed the fox. Nothing else. I entered the Ninja Academy to end up a ninja in paintings, my manner to the title of Hokage. But that dream is long, long past. I used to be banished when I delivered lower back a friend of mine, Sasuke Uchiha, back to the village. He turned into going to go to betray the village and are looking for strength from every other traitor of our village. Orochimaru, why? Had been you outcast if you stopped your friend from turning into a traitor? Goku requested. Because I used Kyuubi's strength and every other energy that I failed to even recognize I had. The council said that my banishment turned into for the protection of the village because they notion I used to be volatile. The 5 years visiting right here, I've been training to access her power successfully. I can already control 4 tails of her power. I don't know a way to get entry to my different power, ever in view that I discovered how to disperse it. I haven't been able to access it at all. My father left me a letter before he died that explains something approximately a race of warriors called the Saiyans. My parents have been reputedly Saiyans as properly. He said that a Saiyan infant named Kakarot turned into sent to this planet to eliminate all existence here, although I do not know why. He additionally said that Kakarot may want to teach me within the methods of the Saiyan. What? What in the international is a Saiyan? Goku asked. It abruptly got quiet. Why, you don't know what a Saiyan is? Naruto requested. This was going to be a problem. Sorry, no, was I alleged to? Crap. This turned into not the manner matters were imagined to pass. Wait, if he does not recognize, maybe, out of curiosity, did you ever suffer from a head harm as a kid, Goku? Naruto asked, trying no longer to sound offensive in any way. Without a doubt, yeah, I did hit my head as a child. I nevertheless have a scar from while it occurred, Goku said, rubbing his head within the spot where he landed. Properly, that explains a lot. Naruto's head drooped and sighed. Sorry, I wasn't who you thought I used to be. But I can nonetheless train you. Naruto's jerked up and his eyes grew huge. What? Truly? However, before that, I want to recognize a way to teach you. The best manner I'll know how is if you and that I spar, Goku stated. All of a sudden there has been a growling sound coming from Naruto's belly. Do you think we can place the keep on that? I haven't eaten something for some time on account that I ran out of meals 10 hours in the past, Naruto stated, rubbing his belly and smiled sheepishly. Goku grinned. Sure, I used to be getting hungry myself. Allows head over to my home and I'll ask my wife, Chi-Chi, to prepare dinner something up. However, one extra issue earlier than that, Naruto pointed on the yellow cloud. What the hell is that aspect? Goku hopped up onto the yellow cloud and grinned. This is called a nimbus cloud, a cloud that best those with a pure heart can experience. Naruto scratched his head sheepishly. Yeah. I would hire now, not even try to experience it. I doubt I'm 100% sure that my heart is as natural as yours if you can experience it. Naruto quickly rummaged via the scrolls that had food and grabbed the ones that had his clothes. After that, they made their way to Goku's residence with Goku and Gohan flying at the Nimbus cloud, and Naruto traveled on foot, jumping via the bushes. Oh, Chi-Chi changed into getting concerned. It become almost dark out and Goku still hasn't back with Gohan. She become inside the dwelling room, pacing backward and forward. Oh, in which is Goku? He ought to were right here hours ago with Gohan. I'm hoping not anything's befell. Just as she said that, the front door opened and revealed Goku with Gohan on his left shoulder. Chi-Chi, we're domestic. Chi-Chi stopped pacing and rushed to the door with a happy smile on her face. She snatched Gohan and taken him into a hug. Gohan, I was so involved. Do not do this ever again. I'm sorry, Mommy, Gohan stated with guilt. Properly, so long as you are safe, I am satisfied. She then noticed Naruto. Goku, who's this young guy? She requested. This is a new face round here. His name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. And test this, he is from some other planet. Chi-Chi's eyes grew wide as saucers. She examined Naruto closely. How can he be from some other planet? He seems just like us except for his whiskers and his tail. She paused. He has a tail. Goku looked stressed. He became closer to Naruto, and certain sufficient. There it was flickering. Whoa, you are proper. How did I omit that? Abruptly, the room became filled with the sound of roaring stomachs from Naruto and Goku. Oh yeah, Chi-Chi, I invited Naruto for dinner if that is okay with you. He said he hasn't had any food for a while due to the fact he ran out on his way here, Goku said sheepishly. Chi-Chi positioned her hands on her hips and sighed nicely. I suppose I will make something for all people. I used to be absolutely ready, a good way to get home, so I should prepare dinner. I am hoping I am now not enforcing, Naruto stated. Chi-Chi smiled. Oh no, do not worry about it. I have to prepare dinner, loads of meals anyway due to Goku's ingesting habits. Chi-Chi then walked into the kitchen/eating room. Naruto chuckled. Honestly? How lots should Goku consume? He had to ask. An hour later, the table turned into blanketed with mountains of meals. You name it, it is on the table. Holy crap! Who are you looking to feed? A whole military? I have to prepare dinner this a good deal to refill Goku's bottomless pit of a stomach, Chi-Chi said. Chi-Chi, is it time to consume but? I'm ravenous. Goku known as from the living room, sure, come devour. Chi-Chi introduced. In seconds, Goku turned into sitting on the desk eyeing all of the tasty morsels. His saliva literally was a waterfall. Gohan took a seat across from his daddy, and Naruto sat across from Chi-Chi. Properly dig in, Chi-Chi stated, and Goku did simply that. He began piling meals on his plate and scarfed down. Chi-Chi and Gohan had been consuming their meals generally, no longer clearly stricken by Goku's velocity eating. Naruto, however, became speechless, rattling. He is packing it away like I do ramen. Chi-Chi noticed Naruto wasn't eating. You better devour something earlier than Goku devours the whole thing before you get something. Naruto flinched and fast grabbed a bowl of noodles and commenced eating. So Naruto, inform us about yourself, like where you're from, about your property, why you are right here. Chi-Chi stated. Naruto's face saddened and then instructed them approximately his home planet, the Kyuubi assault, the fourth Hokage's desire, his existence within the village, Sasuke's betrayal, his banishment, and his father's letter. Goku heard the explanation as soon as already. However, hearing it the second one time become even greater miserable and his consuming slowed to a stop. Gohan simply looked at Naruto sympathetically, and Chi-Chi became on the verge of tears even though she regarded frustrated, the ones idiotic villagers. How may want they do all that to a poor harmless little boy? Chi-Chi requested. They simply by no means noticed me as a man or woman. All of them noticed me because the fox. I have communicated along with her, and she or he's no longer terrible at all. She's even training me to help me manage her powers, Naruto said. It became quiet for a couple of minutes and no one was touching their meals. Then Goku spoke up to interrupt the silence. Alright, tomorrow I am going to begin training you, Naruto. Huh? Naruto appeared up at Goku. I know I stated I should spar you first, but I will do this after I suppose your schooling is completed. I've masses of gadget in an effort to use, so allow us get some sleep and lots of relaxation for the next day. Goku's belly growled, right after we finished consuming. That night after dinner, Chi-Chi said Naruto ought to sleep in Gohan's room. She pulled out a futon and spread it at the ground subsequent to Gohan's mattress. Naruto asked for a pen and a chunk of paper so he could write to his buddies and inform them he made it to his destination. She obliged and left the room to locate said gadgets. While Chi-Chi back, he began writing his letter explaining that he made it to his vacation spot and that Goku/Kakarot turned into going to teach him. No person was within the room while he summoned Gamakichi, so he may want to take the letter to Tsunade. Time pass. 5 months. 5 months have surpassed due to the fact that Naruto's arrival to Earth. During the 5 months, Goku has taught Naruto the basics of martial arts. However, no longer without the equipment Naruto wished. Goku had Naruto wear weights at some stage in his education, with Naruto sporting easy wrist and ankle weights which were 20 pounds Every 2 weeks Naruto could upgrade to heavier weights till Naruto become up to carrying every other set of the equal orange martial arts uniform Goku changed into carrying, which have been weighted garb. The weighted clothes took Naruto greater time to get used to. Goku even taught Naruto the basics of strength and the way to control it. Naruto mastered that in approximately a month's time. Additionally, and to Naruto's wonder, Goku taught Naruto a way to use the energy to fly, which to Goku's surprise took Naruto per week to master. Over the 5 months of education, Goku additionally informed Naruto approximately his childhood, the pals he has made, their adventures, the 7 Dragon Balls which whilst delivered collectively summons the Eternal Dragon, Shinran, who can grant any individual desire that is within his strength. He even instructed Naruto approximately King Piccolo and his ambition for international domination, and how Goku defeated him inside the international martial arts match. Naruto at some point of the 5 months of schooling saved schooling non-stop, no longer handiest in the martial arts Goku taught him but in controlling more of Kyuubi's chakra. The only time he ever took a smash became if it become time to eat or sleep. Now and again Naruto would sneak out and train at night until he exceeded out from exhaustion and Goku could locate him dozing towards a tree. Additionally, Naruto confirmed his techniques to Goku, which were the simple academy moves and his favorites, the Rasengan and the Shadow Clone Jutsu. By using the end of the 5th month, Goku decided to look Naruto's progress and motion and test Naruto's new located abilities. But unknown to them, a brand new danger to mankind changed into hurtling via the solar gadget. And as the mysterious invader made its final approach to Earth, one component becomes certain. The non-violent technology the human race become playing for the beyond 5 years was approximately to come crashing to and give up. Oh, Naruto and Goku have been in a forest clearing at 8 a.m. Gohan and Chi-Chi have been sitting by way of the timber to examine. Chi-Chi wanted Gohan to do his studies, but Gohan insisted that they watch Naruto and his daddy spar. Even the Ox King, who got here to go to them multiple instances and got to recognize Naruto, wanted to peer Naruto's development. "K Naruto, we're going to spar to see how ways you've got improved. Do not maintain something lower back. Come out with complete force," Goku stated. "Okay, I might not disappoint you, Goku-sensei," Naruto said, moving into a prepared stance with Goku following suit. Oh, out. Inside the open grassy plains, with roaming animals that appear like a move breed of a fowl and an ostrich, a farmer changed into out raking up hay into the return of his truck. The equal farmer from earlier inside the bankruptcy. "Why do I usually get this task?" he stated. He then appeared up at the sky from listening to something zooming round. "If it's them, their jet engines once more. I am submitting a complaint." He paused as it wasn't a jet or whatever. He saw a fiery object descending at alarming velocity in the direction of the plains. He watched as the object crashed with an explosion 10 kilometers away. The impact shook the complete place and sent the animals into an uproar. The farmer looked in surprise because the earth shook from the impact. "My God, it hit! I bet I need to go and test it out," he stuttered. "Damn it, why me?" He jumped into his truck and floored it, driving like a mad guy to the scene of the crash. Once there, he grabbed his pea shooter and slowly tiptoed to an gigantic crater the item created. While he saw the object, it wasn't a meteor. It changed into circular and looked like a spacecraft very similar to the only Naruto arrived in. That components made from metal. What in the world? The gap craft opened and a discern crawled out and stood an excellent 6 feet. The parent became a person with black spiky lengthy hair that went clean to his knees, a scouter over his left eye, and become wearing extraordinary armor of some kind. The farmer shook in worry as he watched the person levitate to the threshold of the crater and stare him down. "So the creatures in the world are still alive. Kakarot has failed us," the man stated. The farmer becomes scared out of his mind. "You are on MIP belongings," he shuddered at the same time as cocking his gun. "Is that so?" The man activated his scouter to test the farmer. "Ha! Your power stage is puny. Stage 5, don't come any closer or I'll use this aspect," the farmer warned by means of pointing his pea shooter. The man didn't sense threatened in any respect, so he took one step. The farmer panicked and pulled the cause. The man introduced his hand up and caught the bullet effortlessly. He then located it between his index finger and his thumb and flicked it. The bullet zoomed in the direction of the farmer, and shattered his gun, and dispatched him flying into his truck, and he hit his head on the front bumper, rendering him subconscious. "Heh, what a delicate breed of human beings," he stated amused. His scouter went off signaling a power degree. He appeared to the proper till the sign became best. The signal becomes surpassed the mountain variety. "There is an excessive strength degree over there. It must be him." He rose off the floor and flew in that course at excessive velocity. "Put together yourself, Kakarot." Oh, the warfare among Goku and Naruto changed into fierce. They had been in the air matching each different blow for blow, punch via punch, kick through kick. Naruto subsidized off a few FT and made a hand sign together with his arms in the form of a Go, Shadow Clone Jutsu. 4. Naruto clones seemed in them, and the real Naruto held out their palms and fired more than one ki blast from their fingers. Goku dodged every with blast comfortably and fired his very own ki blast when there was a gap and dispersed the clones separately. Naruto charged as soon as his clones have been long past and he and Goku have been locked in hand-handy combat all over again. Naruto went with a roundhouse kick to Goku's head, which he blocked and countered with a jab. Naruto blocked via grabbing Goku's fist and countered by means of spinning to attempt to kick Goku from underneath his toes. Goku dodged via lifting his feet and facet kicked Naruto inside the chest and sent his rolling 5 yards. Naruto created 10 clones and dashed in and stuck Goku with a jab to the face. Goku quickly regained himself in time to defend a kick from one of the clones, however now not a kick from the second clone, and slammed into the floor. Goku fast flipped to avoid a double kick from 2 other clones and blasted them with a ki blast. The clones took to the air and started firing a barrage of ki blasts. Goku panicked barely and dodged like Loopy. The floor underneath Goku turned into blasted into oblivion and made a crater. The clones charged and engaged in hand-to-hand fight with Goku. Goku had some trouble keeping up with such a lot of combatants in one pass. Goku generated a burst of power to force the clones returned and dispersed 3 with more than 1 ki blasts. He observed 2 clones coming at him from both his proper and left aspects with a jab. He ducked and prompted 2 clones to punch each different and disperse. Clone number 6 appeared in front of Goku with a roundhouse kick. However, Goku blocked, and then slammed clone number 6 into clone number 7 that was attacking from in the back of, and they disperse. The final 2 clones came flying at Goku facet by using side with a double kick, earlier than they could strike. Goku teleported behind them, grabbed them by means of the scruff of their shirts, and slammed them into the floor, dispersing them. Wait, that turned into most effective 9. Where did the 10th clone and the real Naruto cross? Goku quickly looked up and saw Naruto and his clone descending with a large ball of chakra, large Rasengan. Goku panicked and quickly teleported, and the chakra ball met the floor and exploded, making the crater even larger. Goku appeared at the edge of the crater and laughed. Wow, you really have come a long way for your schooling. You are almost as true as me. Nicely. I do not know how you do it. This education wasn't clean, Naruto said as he climbed out of the crater. Man, 5 hours, time certain flies while you're having a laugh. Goku chuckled. Chi-Chi, Gohan and the Ox King had been applauding for the overall performance of skill. Then, Chi-Chi remembered something. Goku, are not you purported to take Naruto and Gohan to grasp Rashi's? Oh yeah, I got so caught up in Naruto's education I completely forgot. Goku walked over and picked up Gohan and referred to as the Nimbus Cloud, after which turned to Naruto. Well, we better get going. Do you need experience or are you okay? Goku asked. I didn't use an excessive amount of chakra, so I should be good. I am not actually that worn out, so I'm okay for journey, Naruto stated, giving the thumbs up. Okay, we will. So long, Chi-Chi, Goku said earlier, then giving a good zero goodbye hug and kiss. Then he jumped up on the Nimbus that regarded, with Gohan in his arms, and that they were off with Naruto flying beside them. Oh, the mysterious invader become flying over a town, watching all of the civilians with a disgusted appearance. Miserable little vermin. Oh, in a barren region. Piccolo become planning Goku's loss of life. He had green skin, pointy ears, was wearing a pink martial arts uniform, a turban and a white cape. His eyes widened and quick became around and seemed to the sky. What is that? I have never felt such electricity. He started out to sweat as turned absolutely around. It cannot be Goku. It's too terrible. He then observed a determined flying closer to him at remarkable velocity. Who's that? The mysterious invader got here to a hole prevent and descended. Sorry for dropping in. I am seeking out a man named Kakarot. I thought you had been him, he stated as he stood in front of Piccolo. Properly, you had been incorrect. Now turn around and get out of right here before I get irritated. Someone's in a bad temper, the man taunted. Believe me, you have no concept. Now wander away. The man chuckled. Oh, you want that one, not you? He said as he clicked his scouter. Electricity stage 322. I can tell you're now not from this planet. However, you would be a fool to attack me with such an insufficient energy. Preserve on. You got here right here. I haven't any goal on beginning a combat. I do, the man said, smirking. Now Piccolo become irritated. Okay, if it really is the way he wishes it. He accumulated all his energy and blasted the man with a powerful ki blast, with the result of a huge explosion. Piccolo smirked, but it fast disappeared as the smoke and debris cleared and he didn't have a scratch on him. The man in reality chuckled. Extraordinary. You certainly controlled to singe some of my leg hair. Piccolo turned into shocked. He put the whole lot into that blast. How ought to this guy still be standing? Now, allow me to illustrate a more effective attack. It is one of my favorites. I call it a double Sunday, he stated as he raised his hand into the air. Piccolo become prepared for whatever to take place. Now, see if you may comply with this one. Suddenly his scouter activated, signaling a brand new energy stage. Properly, it seems like it is your lucky day, inexperienced man, he said as he took to the air. He followed the scouter till it was clean. There it's far, simply on the threshold of my scouter's variety. It's huge too. The most important strength level in the world, maximum possibly. Wait, there is a 2D electricity degree. It's now not as robust, however it is nonetheless massive. Considered one of them needs to be Kakarot. This time I'm positive of it, he said as he flew at complete pace inside the guidelines of the 2 energy stages. Piccolo fell to his knees and panted on the whole from comfort. I don't trust it. I hit him complete force and he didn't even cringe, he scowled. This guy will be a problem. Oh, excessive above the clouds, the mysterious invader scowled. Have you forgotten you are Delight Kakarot? We are Saiyans, the mightiest warriors inside the universe. I still take into account the day we sent you to this planet as a toddler. Why have you not done your undertaking? Kakarot. Who is this mysterious Saiyan warrior who darkens the sky along with his presence? His look for the person named Kakarot has led him to Piccolo, one of the strongest opponents on the planet. Could it lead him to Goku and Naruto as nicely? Goku will research the secrets and techniques to his past, and Naruto would possibly finally get a few answers on who the Saiyans are, on the following chapter of Naruto Z.